really all that is. Like, I just started. I'm 30. Like, my body only just now started aging, you know? Like, it's turning against me, obviously. That's the shitty part about it. It's falling apart. It's not, I don't feel great, is my point. Like, you just start getting conditions, you know, that just, there's no solution to it. It's like sciatica. You just don't bend. That's the solution. You go to your doctor and you're like, I have sciatica, and he's like, it's fine. It'll be like that. If you have things in your hands and you drop them, those aren't yours anymore. That's what sciatica is. Your sciatic age, just go buy another one. Or learn to live without. Don't squat in public. That's not, you're an adult now. Another one is plantar fasciitis. That's a fun one. You go to the doctor and he's like, what do I do about that one, the plantar fasciitis? And he's like, you get a tennis ball? You get a little tennis, just rub it. Rub your foot on the tennis ball. How long do I do that? Forever, from now on. Just do that. And then in like 20 years, take that tennis ball and you cut a hole in it and you put it on the bottom of the walker. What I'm trying to say is you're going to need a walker. That's what I'm Yeah, I have to get like boring shoes now. I don't get to wear cool shoes. I got these New Balances, and I went into the store and I was like, I heard New Balances are good. You got any of those? And he's like, oh yeah, I got something for you. I got a perfect walking shoe for you. And I was like, oh, oof, that didn't feel good. Walking shoe. Don't they make running shoes? And he's like, no, not anymore. Not for you. That's not what you're going to be doing. Honestly, I'd like to get you in a sitting shoe, if I could. A good sitting shoe for you. I'd love to get you in a breathing heavy while supine shoe. But I don't make those yet. Who was here before when that guy was shooting a gun back there? Did anyone else here for that? What a way to wind down for an evening of comedy. Is that guy here? That'd be awesome. Like, you know what I love? High-powered semi-automatics and the musings of the philosopher poet. In that order. That's what... I'm gonna have a little dessert before dinner, is what I'm gonna do. That's great. I like guns. I didn't know this place was a gun club. That's pretty cool. And it feels like people are like split on guns. Like, it feels divisive. It's not really. Like, I talk to people and they just like have reasonable, just like metered thoughts about it. And then you go on social media and it's a fucking nightmare. It's crazy. Everything on social media is so heightened. Where you look at one person and they're like, I love guns. I'm gonna glue all my guns together into an American flag and put it in my yard. And then the other side is like, I hate guns. My father was killed by a drunk driving gun in a head-on collision. Damn guns. Send them back to where they're from. Gunsylvania or Uganda. Close the borders to the Dominican Republic. Some of these are good. Hold on, I got a couple more. Gundary, the capital of which is Budapest. Okay. We're gonna get some of this next one. Papua New Guinea. How about that one? You like? Not Grenada. That's where grenades are from. Grenades can stay. They're cool. Yeah. I don't know. Speaking of guns, I saw an ad for this product. It was called a Theragun, and I didn't really know what that was, and I kind of just tried to work it out. I was like, Theragun. It's like a portmanteau. It's therapy gun. Isn't that just a regular gun? Isn't that why that guy was out there earlier? It's a therapy gun. Isn't that just a gun you just like keep in a top drawer of your dresser, just in case? Sometimes at night you open the dresser, you look at it, it's just staring back at you. The light from the lamppost outside your bedroom spills into the room, glints off the blued finish, blindingly so. It's just staring back up at you, tantalizing, almost calling your name. You pick it up, heavier than you thought it'd be. You put it in your mouth. You're not going to do anything with it. You just want to kind of feel the power of that moment. You're standing there in tidy whities. You don't even own a pair. Where do those come from? You're just there for a bit. And you realize that you've been sobbing for quite some time. You're not even sure how many minutes it's been. Your muffled sobs grow into screams. Your teeth mar the barrel and the sight cuts your gums. And then you pass out in the bathtub and you wake up and you're like, oh, I found the courage to go on. I don't know how you guys use your guns. Hunting? I don't know. Mine are therapeutic, is what I use them for. Listen, I wouldn't kill myself. Because I have goals and plans for the future. There's this thing I heard that you're not supposed to tell people what your goals are, because you kind of get a sort of feeling of satisfaction out of it. And you don't really do it later, And that's why I tell people I'm going to kill myself all the time. That's why. Because I'm going to go home and use a belt improperly. And they're like, no. And I'm like, that felt good. I'm not going to do it now. What else do I want to talk about? I don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers, but doesn't gender fluid sound like something you refill your sex robot with? That's what I think of when I hear that. Like you take a sex robot into a mechanic. It's like cleaning his hands with a dirty rag. Spits his dip into an oil pan. He's like, yeah, I topped off your gender fluid. Gotta remember to get that changed every 15,000 strokes. Gotta make sure to do that. Otherwise, you're gonna have an androgynous android. You do not want a dry start fuck doll. Trust me, it's a mess. They don't even make parts for this model no more. It'd be in the shop for weeks. I'd have to order out. I could loan you a beta. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great evening. Let me get it back to now.